is Iron Trader. It is Monday morning, so it is time to go to work. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at gold, silver, crude oil, and natural gas. Right now, the NASDAQ futures are rallying up 156. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, about ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, here we have Bitcoin. Now, before we get started, we are in earnings season here. Palantir will be after the close today. That's the one I'll be trading. We got AMD tomorrow. You got Shopify. You got Uber, Amgen. There's a lot of stuff here. You got Pfizer coming up there tomorrow. And then on the next day, you got McDonald's. You got Qualcomm. You got Hood. And then you got DoorDash. There's just a lot. So you got to stay real sharp. Okay, let's take a look here at Bitcoin. All righty. Now, yesterday we're looking at that 8-day simple moving average. You notice that I went through it, but notice that it couldn't hold it. And now we put a big red candle here with a lower low and a lower high. That's not good. Okay, so on downside, what we're watching is the bottom of that candle right there, 107,835. Okay, then we'll come to today's low, 107,325. Okay, so if we go right to the left of the chart here, okay, this is what we want to watch the bottom of that candle. See how that's holding, okay, right there, 107,680. This is what we've got to be holding. Just say that 107 level. That is going to be very critical on a closing basis. Now you can see here how many times that we've held it. Again, if we start losing that, then we're going to come right to the bottom of that candle. You look at 106,210 a level, which is right off of these candles here. And then we're going to be coming down here to that 200-day at 104,323. And then we have the big retest down here at 103,745. Now, if we lose that, here we go. You got that 103,464, and then we have this, see this price channel? 99.90, which is basically just the bottom of that candle. Okay, if you keep right on rallying on down, okay, there we have 93,685. And we'll come to the top of this candle right here. Okay, we're looking at 89.20, and then we have right here at 84,790. We have 83,190 level. We come right down to the bottom there, 81,000. We come down here, 76,735. And then we have your big retest all the way down here, 74,635. Now there is the 100-day here sitting at 82 right in this area right here, which is very strong support level. But again, you have to lose that 50-day in order to do that to get all the way down to that 100-day and a possible retest down there. But right now, we're holding this area right here. You can see how that basically a big consolidation kind of situation, just pretty much like we had over here. Okay, so it came down, it dipped down, rallied up, and then came right on down again. But again, when you look at this chart, you have a higher high situation. You look at the weekly chart, we got a nice series of bottom left, upper right. So overall here, we're just trading this range. That's the key. Now here on the upside, well, we're going to be looking to the bottom of that candle, 109,300. But realistically, this 8-day is going to be everything. That's 110,689. Now, what I don't like about this, see how that 21-day crossed over to 50-day and 100-day? That's not good, okay? It's going to provide very strong resistance. Again, if you can get above that 21-day, then we have right there the Ohundo at 113,800 level, and we have right there at 113,747 level. So basically everything, key resistance sitting right there, but you got to get above that 8-day in order to do that. So right now we have this sideways consolidation. So let's just see how this shakes out. Again, we start losing all these levels here. We lose this level here at 106,210. You're going to retest that 200-day at 104,23, and possibly even that price channel at 103,745. Now, here's the thing about it. If this sells all the way down and it comes down to that 200-day and it holds it, that could be a nice higher low for a nice good long shot of taking this bad boy right back up again. So trade this range. Easy way to trade this, IBIT for the long, okay? If you want a 2 times juice, BITX. If you want to do the short, BITI. Okay, RSI here, you're sitting at 43. That's not overbought, oversold. The green is below your red. We got a sideways that did not curl above there because we had that tweezer top and we had that sell down. So again, be very patient. Now, here what we have is we had that 49. That's not overbought, oversold. The green is below your red. That shows momentum to the downside, and that's exactly what we got here. So again, just be patient and just watch this 107 level off the bottom of that candle. That's going to be very critical on a closing basis. All right, let's take a look here at gold and silver. All right, here we have gold. We had that bear flag situation, came right on down, but you notice we never even then made it down to that 50-day. Okay, now we're trying to rally up, but again, look how strong that 8-day is. Okay, got a little bit above it, but you got to get close above this thing. Okay, so here's your first resistance level is 40.31. Your next level is going to be Friday's high, right there, 40.59, and then we're looking for this 21-day sitting at 4.99. Okay, that's going to be very, very critical. We get above that, then we have 41.23. Work yourself right up here, 40.55. Come up there, 41.75, and then we just march it right on up. 42.35. We have 43.46, and then 43.98 is the big ticket. But you have to get above that 8-day. So I always say when that 8-day crosses that 21-day, that provides very, very strong resistance, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. Okay, so what we're looking here for a low, we look for Friday's low is 39.82. Today's low, 39.71, and then we march it down here to 39.25, and then we come down here 39.01, and then we'd be looking for the price channel right there, 39.01, but looking for that 50-day at 38.62, a level. That's going to downside. So again, this 8-day and that 21-day is everything for taking out and making it higher. Okay, and if we start losing these candles here, then we're going to be looking here to look for that retest of that 38.62 level. Now, here we are, 50. This is like right in the center. You're not overbought, oversold. This was nosebleed, overbought area. The green is below your red, was falling right to the bottom. But again, the 8-day, all it takes is one little thing. You get above that 8-day, then we can hit that 21-day. You get above that, then I'd jump into GLD and I'd take it all the way on up. All right, silver. Well, silver's still playing ping pong here. Okay, so we had this bear flag situation, came right on down. Another bear flag situation came on down, and but now we're hanging right around that 21-day. So upside, watch that 48.99. That's going to be everything. You can see here. Okay, into it, and so far into it, you got to get above and close above that. Okay, next target level is going to be right there at that 49.22 level. Come right down the bottom, 49.66. Then we have 50.08, and we march it up there. You got 51.61. We have 51.83. Come on top of there, 52.63, and march it all the way up to that 53.76 level. But you got to get and close above that 21-day. If it does, I jump into SLV and take it up higher. Okay, now downside right there, we're looking here at that 47.97 to 8-day. That's everything. Okay, so you can see here we get that strong resistance and strong support going on at the same time. 47.97, we lose that, we come down here, 47.09 level. We can venture down to there. You have a 46.82, and then we come down there at that 46.05. And then we have 45.51, and then we have right there is your 45.52. Your 50-day is pretty much lined up with the bottom of that candle. Okay, so bottom line today, what you're trading is the 8-day. We lose that. You got a good shot at retesting that 50-day. We crack above that 21-day. Then we have a good shot at retesting that 53.76 level. Okay, way overbought situation, but now we're hanging right there at the nice 53 level. And the green here is look like it wants to start curling up here, but just not yet. Okay, the 21-day, 8-day is going to be everything on the silver. All right, let's take a look at crude oil. All right, here we have crude oil. Now, I just want to point out here, if we look at this chart right here, okay, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, okay? So if we cross and get above that 8-day and close above that 8-day, we flip that upside down. We got a good shot at retesting right there, 66.42. Now, if we go below this 8-day right here, okay, we go below that 21-day, that could negate the pattern, and we could shoot right down for that 55.96 level. Okay, so let's define it a little bit more. Okay, here's your support level, 60.91. There's your next support level at 59.93. Okay, we lose that and come right down to the bottom there at 59.64. Then we'll come up to the top of there at 59.11. And then we have right there at 58.08. We'll come to the bottom, 57.34. To the bottom, 56.35. And retest 55.96. Okay, upside, you can see how strong this 50-day. Let me bigger up a little bit here for you. Okay, you can see how strong this 50-day is right there. See that? Okay, see that's 50 days pretty strong. 50-day is everything. Okay, see this? Could not close above it. So that 50-day is going to be very strong. We get above that 61.90, we'll come right to that price channel at 62.92. Get above that, we'll come right there, 63.26, and then we're looking for the 100-day sitting there, 64.21, and then your 200-day, 65.29. And then your big retest up there, 66.42. But always watch these patterns. See, when you have that left shoulder, come down here, we have a head, and we have a right shoulder. So what you do is you measure from here to that neckline, and then we do the flip ski, come right on over, and right there is going to be your big target. It's going to be is that 66.42 level. Okay, but if we start losing the 8-day, 21-day, that negates the pattern, and we retest this 55.96. Now, OPEC came out yesterday, and they are halting all the additions there to their oil. They were adding 136,000 barrels a day in November. So as of December comes, they are halting everything as of December. So they're not going to add and they're not going to subtract. They're going to just basically just leave it as is. So that's the way OPEC is going to be doing it. Okay, now we're just sitting here at 50. That's right in the center. The green is over your red. So again, we're trailing right up here on the upside. The key is you got to hold that 8-day and that 21-day. If not, we can retest that 55.96. And same way with that 50-day, we close above it. Then we have that 62.92, the 100-day, the 200-day, and then the retest. All right, let's take a look now here at natural gas. Okay, natural gas is making a nice good run. Now, we had this nice good gap up here. This is basically the contract roll. Okay, so if you're trading UNG or KOLD or any ETFs, you notice that they didn't move even though this gapped up because that's a contract roll. It's not like supply and demand situation. So this was a very, very good trade. Now you can see here how we're just melting right on up. So we got as high here today as we got all the way up to there, to that 4.29 level. So all you have to do is look to the left of the chart. Okay, so if you watched my video last night, I said, well, this is the level that you're looking for right there, is that roughly that 415. And then we come to the next level to bring this price channel across. You're looking at that 420. And then we're looking right there at that 425 level. Okay, and that's pretty much where we're stuck at. Now, if it keeps right on rallying up here, this is the level we're looking at, is that 437. Okay, that's your next target. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll come right up the top of this candle here. You're looking at 442, and then we'll be coming over top of that candle right there at 447, and then we'll come over the top of there. You're looking at 455, and then we have 458, and then your big retest up there at 490. So you take one level at a time. Okay, so as this is moving up, this would be your target area, and then what do we hit? When we hit this first target, you went there at 407. Then we hit the target on Friday, went 415, which was this level right there. Okay, see that? How nice that works? And then the next level here, we went up here. We got just above that, this candle right there at that, what do we got there? Yeah, right up here, right here, you're looking at that 425 level. Okay, so now again, we can just keep right on rising and just take one level at a time until basically, bottom line, it stops. Now, what you have here is we have like an overbought condition, but again, the charts moved up here because we had that gap. So these don't realize the gap; they just look at this. It moved up, and they moved up. Okay, very, very nicely. Okay, so right now here, let's look at the downside. All right, the downside here, we're looking at Friday's high. Okay, so we're looking at that 415 area. Then we'll come to the top of that candle there. You're looking at the 407 area, and then we'll come to the bottom. You're looking at that 401 flat area. Then we can come down to the top of this candle here. You're looking at that 386, and then we look to the bottom of that candle at 375, and then we're looking right here at that 368. There's your 8 SMA. Okay, so you can see how that 8-day now crossed everything over. But again, chart's a little mixed up because we had that gap, okay, on that contract roll. But again, the 8-day is coming up here nicely. So as this pulls down, that's going to provide very, very good support. Then we have right here, we have that 357 level here. And then we can come all the way down here to your 200-day, which is sitting right. Where the hell is that 200-day? Oh, yeah, okay, 345 level. Then we hit your 21-day, 100-day, 50-day. But everything else now is curling right up. So when you see this chart here, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and now we're just right off the chart. But again, be a little bit careful up here because we are outside them price channels. And when you get outside those price channels, it wants to come right back in, kind of a situation. See how that is? It wants to come right back in. So again, just be a little bit patient. Outside the price channels, it comes right back in again. But in the meantime, just trade it. So I'm trading UNG. You can do UNG 24 hours a day, starting at Friday night. Sunday night at 8 o'clock, and all the way till Friday night. Okay, so again, watch this candle. Okay, and watch yesterday's or Friday's high. That's going to be very, very key. And then the top of that candle at that 429 level, because your next level there is going to be right there. Is going to be that 437 mark. Okay, now you got to be just a little bit, just a little bit careful on this. But yeah, we're getting some of that cold weather coming in here, and it's really good time for natural gas here to rally. Now, if we do get a big sell-off here, always watch this gap. Okay, see where we have this? Bottom of the candle, 3.75, and then we watch the top of the candle at 3.43. Gap, and then your fill. All right, That's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the midday trading. We'll take a look here at some stocks. And just remember, there's a lot of earnings coming out here. My favorite trade here is going into it is going to be with Palantir, PLTR. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.